Welcome back to SwitchCorner. Today we're going to be taking a look at deals coming in under that $10 mark, or of course your local currency, and that's because here I cover eShops in the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now it's a solid looking week with not only a few returning favourites, but some new ones making their way into the sub $10 category for the very first time. So with that luck, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here, join our growing family and let's get started. So first up today, a personal favourite, the Takeover, releasing right around the same time of Streets of Rage 4. It was an easy one to miss, but it absolutely just shouldn't be slept on. This side-scrolling brawler isn't just, a tribute, but absolutely worthy of standing side by side with its influences. Some solid combat mechanics, some simple but fun vehicle moments, I love the graphical style, and then the story of saving a friend's daughter. It's just a simple but good excuse to basically get out there and punch some enemies' faces in. 50% off, absolutely worth it, and it has a single player or local co-op for 2 players. So while I'm on brawlers, if you want something even more budget, consider Coffee Crisis. And while it's not the quality of, the Takeover, it's still a very fun retro-inspired pixel beat-em-up with an out-there sense of humour. Here's the idea: aliens, they've invaded Earth. They're out to steal our metal music, our coffee, and all of our Wi-Fi. Your job, take them down, and you are basically a barrister from Starbucks. Told you it was random, but it's fun, and again, single or local co-op for 2 players, and it's a really nice discount with 80% off. Last week then we talked about the Dead Cells bundle, but no doubt many of you do own the base game already. Well, this week saw a discount on the standalone Bad Seed DLC, and this adds in a couple of new levels just to open things up, so it really doesn't change much, it's just kind of replacing the opening variety. But this is a great team that absolutely deserves our support, and there's some entertaining new weapons and enemies here for good measure. It was cheap to begin with, so this 30% off right now, that is more than fair. Point and click fans, Jenny LeClue, it's back on sale, and this was one of my favourite deals of last year purely because it's a monster 88% off. $25 down to free, and the quality here, it's seriously high, whether it's the hand-drawn visuals or the fully voice-acted script. I adored my time with this one, and you're an aspiring young detective who is looking for the truth after your own mother is framed for murder. If you like your adventure games, think maybe a little bit more involved, LucasArts, then this is going to be the game for you. Another one I did mention last week, but I want to give it one more quick shout out, Urban Trail Tricky. It reached a new all-time low over in the UK, EU and Australia. We are now seeing that same deal here in the US and Canada with 65% off. There's also one thing I didn't realise last week, there is a deluxe edition too. Same discount, obviously a tiny bit more expensive, but it is only cosmetic editions if that is your thing. So here's a personal favourite now, the Trine collection. They are all on sale, and while they do go on sale pretty frequently, this is only the second time we've seen it this low with 75% off each. Combined, you're going to get about 20 hours of gameplay from the free games, so it's really not bad at all. They're well loved as well, or at least the first 2 are. The third is kind of out, honestly. It changed up a little bit too much, and you may want to check out some reviews first. The idea though, these are fantasy-based action platformers with a whole lot like physics-based puzzles. Then you've got online and offline multiplayer for up to 3 players. I just love the world though here, honestly. The visuals are great as well. And some of the puzzles and just the locations, the environments that you get to explore, they're really nicely done in the variety and the way they're designed. Best thing though, by far, it's gotta be the cast of characters. That's Amadeus the Wizard, Pontius the Knight, and then Sawyer the Thief. So horror fans, maybe consider Infliction Extended Cut. Looking at how others felt, it seems the 6 out of 10 mark is kind of where people stand. In my world, that means slightly above average, but I checked this one out, not expecting much, and I've got to say I was really surprised. It's a slow burning horror experience, and it's that first person kind of almost walking simulator style, so think like Layers of Fear. It's no combat, more run and hide, which I've always personally really enjoyed. A once happy home though, it's taken over by an entity, and you need to basically try and find your way to peace. There's a few minor graphical issues, kind of weirdness, but nothing crazy, and yeah, 50% off. It's a good price, bringing it below that $10 mark. My pickup of the week then, meaning I can't recommend it, I'm taking the risk myself, but maybe you'll want to join me for the ride. Project Starship X. This is actually the launch discount, but after I watched a few reviews, including my friends over at Star or Shovelware, this quickly became a must buy. He can be pretty unforgiving with his scores, so you should really check this video out because it's impressive to say the least. A 16-bit vertical scrolling shooter though with a nice cartoon style. It basically encourages you not to only shoot your enemies, which is kind of the standard, but also ram into them. 20% off with the review. I am absolutely in. Black Paradox, honestly it's on sale all the time. It's been about maybe 4 months since I've talked about it, so I figured let's take another look. It's one of the most unique shooters on the console. It is a horizontal based shooter where it changes things up by including roguelite elements too. So 14 bosses, 20 weapons, ton of power-ups, 2-player local co-op, upgrades, new skills. You're piloting a DeLorean, so what else do you really need? Then there's even a boss rush mode and an incredible synthwave soundtrack. This 70% off, it matches the all-time low, but my only warning with this one, it is just hard as hell. So our final games of the week then, the Bioshock collection. Individually, for the first time ever, they're hitting that sub $10 mark. So if you only wanted maybe one entry of the series, not the whole collection, this is going to be your chances. They're all rocking now 50% off. Do not do this deal though if you want to get all three, and I'll explain that in a bit. That said though, let's start with file size because these are monsters. The first, it's 13 gig, second is 11, and the third 21. So do make some space on that Switch of yours. Gameplay wise though, this series, they're fantastic first person adventures. You'll basically be diving into this world from the underwater locations of the first and second game to those floating in the sky for the third. All told though, it's just got an incredible story, and the world of Rapture is just one that has to be experienced. The port work then, it's incredible, and they look stunning handout or docked. These then, they are the ultimate editions as well, including a whole host of bonus content, so think directors, commentaries and museums to explore. I suggest all of them honestly, but it's not a deal worth ignoring. If you was waiting on just one entry, let me know in the comments down below which one you'll be picking up. Now if you don't mind going the physical route, go grab the collection. It's actually $20, but that's not bad at all, from Amazon and Best Buy, so it's a better price than buying these individually. Still a huge in-store size. I think it's just a very small section of each game on the cart, but that's absolutely my recommended way to go. Plus, honestly, I'm a physical collector myself. So that's it, and not a bad week at all. There was a few nice surprises and a few personal favourites. Will you be adding anything to your collection from the budget range though, or will you be holding onto your cash? I really do enjoy the weeks where I don't spend anything at this point. With that then though, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. If you do want to check that out for yourself, I have linked it in the video description down below. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.